Jumping into the number 5 spot of the best Cyber Monday gaming mouse deals is the glorious Model O/Model D. Typically priced anywhere from $50 to $85, now on sale for as low as $28.79. If at any point during the video you want to check out any of the 5 mice deals in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But obviously the deal price does vary by like size and color, whether it's the Model D minus or the standard variant. But there's also currently a 5% off coupon, so it gets, well, even low than that price, which is pretty awesome. Now for the sensor here, this uses the 3360 sensor. It hits a 1000 hertz polling rate up to 12,000 DPI, 250 IPS, and 50 Gs of acceleration. For build quality, it's a solid build. This is either a right-handed or ambidextrous mouse. The Model D is the right-handed ergonomic one, and then the Model O is ambidextrous. So choose what you want to choose based just on grip style or, well, if you're right-handed. Obviously, if you're left-handed, you gotta go with ambidextrous. This has cutouts, it has nice RGB accents. It's overall very lightweight, as this is a lightweight mouse, but it glides incredibly well with no noticeable pulling or dragging. Switches here are Omras and they feel pretty nice. Overall, a very good weight for FPS gaming. Now for connectivity, this is wired with that ultralight cable design, which feels wireless if you keep some slack on it. Super, super nice. But with that, let's move on to the number 4 spot, and this is the HyperX Pulsefire Haste. Typically priced at $79.99, now on sale for $49.99. This has the 3335 sensor, hits a 1000 hertz pulling rate up to 16,000 DPI, 450 IPS, and 40 Gs of acceleration. Now, this one has a very nice weight at 61 grams. It feels very balanced. Build quality here is well put together. There's no creaks. This has a matte, grippy texture with glossy accents all over it. And honestly, that glossy accent really does accentuate the look in person. Online, you can't really see it in pictures, but in person, those glossy accents with the matte, it just looks really good. More expensive than it is, even at its full list price. Now for switches, these have the TTC Golden Micro dustproof switches. This is a heavier, more precise switch, and I do like that. For connectivity though, it is wireless with a 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle, or you can use a wired connection via USB-C. Battery life with the RGB on is about 60 hours. HyperX claims 100 hours, and that's most likely with the RGB off. So yeah, still a decent amount of battery life. Could be better, but for the price, very good. And obviously this charges via USB-C. But with that, let's move on to the number 3 spot, which is the Endgame Gear XM1. Typically priced at $69.99, now on sale for $44.99. Now for the sensor, this uses the widely used 3389 sensor. This hits a 1000 hertz pulling rate, up to 16,000 DPI, 450 IPS, and 50 Gs of acceleration. Now this weighs a little bit more, but still very lightweight at 70 grams. Overall though, I do think it's balanced quite well. This has solid build quality, there's no creaks here, really cool smoky colorways with awesome RGB. This is an ambidextrous design. I personally really like the grip and find it quite comfortable, and it has a nice smooth glide. The switches here are KLGM 4.0 switches, and these feel really, really good. Really nice click with the fingertip placement. Really don't have anything bad to say about the switches. For connectivity, this is wired with an ultralight cable design. The cable here just feels like every other ultralight cable design, which is a good thing. If you keep slack on it, it feels wireless. But with that, let's move on to the number 2 spot, which is one of my favorite mice of all time, especially for the money. This is the Phanteks Aria XT7, typically priced at $78.80, now on sale for $55.16. For that price, this is a fantastic mouse and definitely my favorite mouse at that $80 price point. So good. This uses the 3395 sensor, a 1000 hertz pulling rate, up to 26,000 DPI, 650 IPS, and 50 Gs of acceleration. Now, this is an extremely well-balanced mouse. This is great for lift-ups. This has a really nice gliding weight at 60 grams with the cutout shell. This has the KLGM 8.0 switches, which are super crispy. Build quality here is also solid with no creaks. This also has 2 magnetic shells, so you can either have the cutout shell or the non-cutout shell. If you use the non-cutout shell, it increases the weight by 1 gram. Underneath that magnetic shell, it also has dongle storage, which is great. I personally love this so I don't lose my USB dongle. But the biggest thing for me is the overall shape and feel in hand is just so nice. Obviously, this is subjective, but I think a lot of people are going to absolutely love the shape and design of this mouse. For connectivity, this is wired with either Bluetooth 5.0 or that 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle, or you can use it via USB-C in a wired format. For battery life, this hits about 40 hours and charges via USB-C. Now, before we move on to the number 1 spot, we have an honorable mention, which is the Razer Basilisk V3, typically priced at $69.99, now on a Cyber Monday sale for $39.99. I personally think this is an unbelievable price for this mouse. It's the same deal that we had on Black Friday, but it continues on Cyber Monday. Now, for the sensor, this is the Razer Focus Plus optical sensor. This hits a 1000 hertz pulling rate, up to 26,000 DPI, 650 IPS, and 50 Gs of acceleration. Build quality here is sweet. This is a right-handed ergonomic mouse with a thumb rest. It has really high quality injection molding on the sides, tons of programmable buttons, super bright RGB, an ultralight cable, a great scroll wheel overall that can both go tactile or total freewheel, which is sweet. And even though this weighs in at 101 grams, this is by no means supposed to or trying to be a lightweight mouse. Even at that weight, this glides incredibly well with no drag. The switches here are Razer's Gen 2 optical switches, which have a really nice satisfying click and feel to them, also a pretty good weight. These have previously been some of my favorite switches of all time. Now, obviously for connectivity, this is wired with that ultralight SpeedFlex cable, that's what they call it. It's just an ultralight cable. It feels wireless if you keep some slack on it. But with that, let's move on to the number 1 best Cyber Monday gaming mouse deal, which is the Logitech G Pro X Superlight, typically priced at $159.99, now on sale for $109.99. For the sensor, this uses the Hero 25K sensor. This hits a 1000 hertz pulling rate, up to 25,600 DPI, 400 IPS, and 40 Gs of acceleration. This has a really nice solid weight at 63 grams. It's very well balanced. This is an ambidextrous mouse, but it still feels really good in the hand. This is one of those mice that just feels right when you hold it. You get why it is used by more pros in the industry than any other mouse. This is the most used wireless mouse in the entire pro gaming industry. And you get it. You get it. You just game well with this mouse. This has a smooth, controlled glide, pretty much good for all grip styles, whether that's claw, even palm grip, works really well in this mouse. This has Omron switches, which overall feel great, although not even close to as good as the G Pro X Superlight 2, but the G Pro X Superlight 2 is brand new and it's not on sale, and for the price, this is an amazing mouse and a great deal. For connectivity, this is wireless, obviously, with a 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle, or you can use this wire with a micro USB. Battery life here is about 70 hours. But again, if you want to check out any of the 5 gaming mice in this video, or 6 with the honorable mention, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. Pretty similar to the Black Friday gaming mice deals, but overall, still a lot of great gaming mice deals. There's really something here for everyone, but I believe today, Cyber Monday, which is Monday, is the last day I believe these deals are actually gonna be on sale. And then by Tuesday, I think they're all going to be not on sale anymore. But yeah, this is a Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys in the next video.